In today's video, we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the bunker in GTA 5 Online. And this week, when this video goes live, it is currently a 2x pay for the bunker, as well as 2x speed on research. So if you don't own one already, now's the time to get it. But if you are watching this in the future, don't worry. All of the information I'm about to share with you is still going to be the same for you. But as far as the sale missions are concerned, just split the profit in half. Because this, like I say, is 2x pay. So in this video, if you're newer to the game and you're a beginner, go ahead and watch the whole thing all the way through. If you're a veteran of the game and you just want to pinpoint some things that you may not know, there will be timestamps down below, as you guys can see, so you can skip ahead or skip over things that you already know about. But maybe there's something in there you didn't know, so maybe just watch the whole thing. But anyway, like I say, in this video, we're going to be going over the basics, how to buy the bunker, where you should buy the bunker, what modifications and upgrades you should do to the bunker. And then within the bunker itself, we'll be telling you all about the upgrades, about the research, about manufacturing, what you should assign your staff to, what you shouldn't assign them to, how to make money every 48 minutes with the business, and then obviously the most important thing, how to just make the sell missions as easy as possible and maximize your payouts. Do you sell it full? Do you fill up your entire bunker and sell it that way in a public lobby to make the most amount of money? Or do you just do one resupply and then sell to make sure you only get one sale vehicle and do that in a public lobby? Or would you prefer to do it in an invite-only lobby? Well, I'm here to tell you, you can do it in a public lobby, make even more money with less risk. Not less risk than obviously invite-only, but less risk than you probably think. So anyway, all of that and more coming up in this video. Let's jump straight into it. All right, so first things first, as you can see by my research down there in supplies. If you remember yesterday's video, I did switch everything over to research, but for the sake of today's video, we are going to switch it back over to supplies or over to production so I can show you exactly how much money you can make and the best way to make the money. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll get into the details of where you should buy your bunker, how you should manage your bunker, other ways you can make money with the bunker, and all of that. So anyway, as you can see here, manage staff. Let's go ahead and switch this to manufacturing instead of research. After this video, though, I will be switching it back because, like I say, I'm not really trying to make money as much this week from this business as I am taking advantage of the 2x speed of the research. So I want to get my research all done and taken care of. So after this video, I'll be switching it back. So I'm going to go ahead and resupply just because there's a little bit there you can see on the supply level right behind my head. There's just a tiny, let me move my camera so you can see exactly how small it is, right? You can see there's just a very small amount right up here. So we're just going to fill that up just so we can be consistent with this video and you can see exactly how much money we're going to make. But like I say, in this video, what the plan is to show you the best way to make money and the easiest way to make money with the bunker. Now, we're definitely going to be selling in a public lobby, so you're going to want to know what's the easiest way to make the money, right? So I'll speed ahead until this bar's full and show you exactly what I do. But before that, let's go over just the bunker in general if you are new. Feel free to skip ahead if you already know all of this information. But if you are newer and you're like, okay, I'm just starting out, what do I need to know? Let's go over it. So first and foremost, if you don't own a bunker, this week is obviously the time to get it because they are on sale for 30% off. To buy one, you're going to go to Maze Bank right here. And then just behind where my head is, it says bunkers. So you can go ahead and filter that. And you'll see all of these bunkers all over the map. Now, if you're like me and you have, I think it was the Enterprise Starter Pack, you will get this one for free, but I made sure to get rid of this very quickly because I like doing all of my sell missions solo, and I physically couldn't do it in this location because it was too far away. The sell missions timed out, even if you're doing it in an invite-only lobby. But since then, recently, Rockstar had a patch where they buffed it, so the timer has actually been increased, so you should still be able to sell from this location as a solo player. But if you have one with multiple sale vehicles, like 4 or 5, like let's say you have a full bunker, it's still going to be very difficult. And so I would just make sure, save some money and then upgrade to one of these two. Either this one down here, the Shumash bunker. A lot of people like this because of the location, or the farmhouse bunker, which I personally think is the best bunker. And I know a lot of people agree with me. The reason for that is it's a really good location. It's very close to the city. If you have multiple sale vehicles, you know, hopefully people aren't going to be up here and going to be blowing them up. And when you do sale missions, most of them are in the city. So you're going to pick it up from right here. You're going to literally just drive down here straight onto the freeway. And it's going to basically, most of the sale missions, especially if you get the ones where it's just one sale vehicle, or if it's full, the 2 sale vehicle, you're going to drive straight down here. And it's usually right around here that you're going to be dropping them off. And now, as far as the bunker in general, the bunker style, that is all cosmetics. If you have some extra cash, that is on sale this week, but you definitely don't need it. Personal quarters, I would highly recommend. I've talked about this in previous videos, like my top 5 investments for solo players. Personal quarters in all of your businesses is incredibly important, mainly because it's like fast travel, right? If you can go into your preferences, You can select where you want to travel to, so you can easily go around the map. Without that, you're going to have to fly over here, drive over here, and time is money, right? Time is money. As far as the shooting range is concerned, I mentioned this yesterday. I said it's a waste of time. I personally never use it, but a lot of you in the comments did have some opinions on this, so I thought I'd share them with you in case you're newer so you can make the decision for yourself. So Carl had mentioned in the comments section, if you care about career awards, which I know a lot of people do, the shooting range is essential because a lot of the awards you're going to get for the career, you need to have a shooting range to do that. And also, Bread Sandwich made an interesting point here for you guys if you're interested in this. Again, with the career awards, if you own the shooting range and you complete challenges, you'll actually unlock extra like weapon slots for like throwing grenades or throwables, basically. You get an increased capacity for that. I've never really felt that that was an issue for me, but if it is for you, it's something that you can look forward to and something that you may be interested in getting. It is on sale this week if you are interested for $518,000. But if not, it's not necessary. But if you're into the career awards and all of that, maybe you want to consider it. Gun locker, you don't necessarily need at all. I'm not sure why I even purchased it, but the gun locker, you can essentially just switch out your weapons and make sure you can manage your inventory a little bit better. There's a lot of businesses you own that probably already have this, so it's not necessary. And for transportation, this is more of just a meme, right? There's no... If you've got money, it's kind of a flex. It's like the golden private jet, right? This thing, you can't even drive that far in it. But if you want it, go ahead and buy it. So that's it for as far as the location and what to upgrade and things like that. Now let's get back into this and take a look at what you need to do as far as upgrades and managing this business. So once you log in, this is the menu you're going to get right here. You can see total earnings on this account that I'm currently on is around 13 million. That's just with 16 sales. The sell success is 45. That's because if you've seen a lot of my videos, I show you how to switch out the sell missions. So I do cancel out of them. So that makes it seem like I'm not having very good success. But realistically, I'm getting better sale missions so I can sell them in a public lobby and make more money. And what I mean by that, just to elaborate, is if you're a solo player, let's say this bunker is full, right? You want to sell this thing full in a public lobby to make the maximum amount of money, which is around $3.3 million during double pay. Let's say you go to sell this and then you go outside and you find you have 4 sale vehicles, right? As a solo player in a public lobby, 4 sale vehicles, it's just very difficult. So for me, I'm like, it's not really quite worth it. So what I will do is I will join an invite-only session, or join a new public session, I should say, so that I can refresh that mission. Now, you will lose some money, so it depends on what is important to you. For me, I just prefer speed and getting it done. I don't necessarily worry about losing a little bit of money. I do have a lot of money, so money's not like top of my importance list. But if you do that, like I say, you'll lose a little bit of the cargo, not too much. It'll take you about 30 minutes to fill that thing back full. And then you can try selling it again, and you'll have maybe, hopefully, I tend to have pretty good luck with it, but you could get 2 sale vehicles instead. And those 2 sale vehicles, you just take one, drop it off, come back, grab the other one, take it, drop it off. You just got a better chance of not being blown up, and it's just a little bit easier. But I'm going to be showing you here today how not to even have to worry about that and still make the same amount of money. So anyway, resupply, obviously self-explanatory. So buying supplies is going to be the easiest way. Obviously, you're going to lose a little bit of money. I think it's like 60,000 to buy the entire thing. But again, time is money. A lot of people don't have hours and hours a day to play this, so just buying them is very quick. Or you can do the steal supplies missions, whatever you're more comfortable with. Sell stock, obviously, Blaine County for me is going to be easier. There's not a lot of people up there and it's pretty close to me. Selling it in Los Santos is going to be a little bit more difficult just because we're going into the city and there's usually a lot of people down there and it's a little bit further. I personally like to make the most amount of money, so we'll be going to sell at Los Santos today. Manage staff. So I've just talked about this briefly at the beginning. So assign staff to manufacturing, research, or both. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but manufacturing is going to be where our stock levels go up and we can sell that stock for profit. That's what the manufacturing is going to be. Now, if you assign staff to research, you won't get any of your stock at all. It'll literally only go to research, as you can see by this green bar right here. And what research is, as you can see right here, we have fast track, which is basically just going to make it so this thing's unlocked automatically right away. Or you can just wait for it to fill all the way up. And the less amount of time you have on research, like you can see mine up here is almost complete. It's going to be cheaper to fast track it. Let's say this green bar was all the way down here. It would cost hundreds of thousands to fast track it. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless there's something there that you really want right away. Just let it go do its thing. So now if we go on unlock, so this is what your research is going towards. You can see these are all the things that we have unlocked, and it'll just pick random ones and it'll unlock them for you. And you can see I still do have a lot unlocked. I told you guys, I'm putting all of my time this week with the double speed on research just to try and get as many of these done as possible. And I'd recommend you guys do the same because there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. But again, this won't get unlocked unless when you're managed staff here, you have it on research. So we're not going to do that right now, but you can assign both. So it'll split it 50-50. And that may be a good thing for some people. I personally like to go all in on one or the other, depending on what I'm trying to do. So obviously, if I'm trying to make some money, all in on stock. If I'm trying to get the research done, all in on research. Because if I'm just casually playing and you're thinking, oh, let's just do 50-50, it's just not worth. Like, it's just, for me, I want to get one done over the other. So that's manage staff. Next up, we have buy upgrades. I would recommend all of these upgrades. So the equipment upgrades is going to make it much faster for you. So you can see it'll speed up your manufacturing and research times, and it speeds it up by a lot. So to fully fill like your stock, I think right now they've done a few buffs and things, but I think it's around 3 hours to fully fill it up. It could be more or less. I can't remember. Let us know in the comments if you know the exact time. They've changed it a few times, but I'll be able to tell you here today anyway. Once ours has been filled up, I'll tell you how long that took. But you definitely want this anyway. It speeds it up. It'll make your research faster. It'll make your manufacturing faster. So that just means more money per hour, essentially. Staff upgrade, same thing. It's going to speed up your manufacturing. And security, you don't want to get raided, right? Especially if you have a full bunker, you don't want to get raided. Make sure you get a security upgrade. I have been raided in my bunker. I'm sure you guys have too. But once you've got the cash, definitely purchase that. And then last but not least, you got shut down business. I don't know why you would do this, so we're going to cancel that. But you can shut down your business. So that's everything. The location, what upgrades you should buy, and modifications for the business itself. And then inside of the business, what upgrades you should buy as far as these are concerned, and how to manage it. As far as resupplying, you can either call Agent 14. You can see my supplies I just purchased a few minutes ago here. It takes 10 minutes for them to arrive. You can either call him and request it, or you can just come here and request them that way. It takes 10 minutes to get them, and we're just going to wait right now. I'm going to tell you exactly how long it takes for this entire supplies to go all the way down. And then we're going to do a sell mission together and show you the best, most efficient way to make money, especially this week with the 2 times pay. But one other thing I wanted to mention, just because we are here at the bunker. So down here is where your bunker vehicle workshop is going to be. And this is where your mobile operations center is going to be stored. So if you own a mobile operations center, this is where it'll be. You can do some upgrade and modifications for down here. But then the other thing is this right here. Typically, if it's your first time doing it, you'll get 100,000 for delivering this at an ammunition. But every time after that, you're going to get $50,000. Now, sometimes they do have double pay on this, so you can get $100,000, and you can do this every 48 minutes. Basically, you just take this like right now, drop it off at an ammunition. It'll tell you which one to go to, and you'll get the 50,000. Now, some of the missions are very far away, right? Like 5 miles, and this thing is very slow. So it'll just take a little bit of time to get there. You'll get the 50K. Some of them may be closer, and you'll get some bad NPCs, right? Chasing you, shooting at you. But for the most part, it's just an easy way to make 50K. A lot of businesses that we have some sort of 50,000 every 48 minutes. Whether that's like a nightclub safe, where that's good because it's automatic. You don't actually have to do work. Or the CEO office, you can do like a delivery there as well for 50,000. You know, you got the salvage yard with the salvaging vehicles that you can do, like picking them up with your tow truck. You have the auto shop with client vehicles. All the businesses have some way to make money every like 48 minutes. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and speed this up here a little bit until, excuse me, Tom, I am busy talking, until our supplies are empty, and then we'll go over how to sell, the best lobbies to sell in, what I look for when I'm selling, and what you should do. Should you do one resupply and then sell, or should you fill your bunker full and sell? Let's get into it. So one of the other things I wanted to mention to you guys is like an AFK method, right? So if you wanted to step away for a second, you can either go and do other things while you're waiting for this to fill up. But if you want to step away for a second and you want this to continue going, you can just do what I'm doing right here, right? I'm hands-free. All I've done is on my controller, I've just done that method where you just stick something into the analog so it makes it continuously turn. That's just the way that I do it. There's obviously other ways to go AFK in this game, but this is just the way that I do it. One thing I will say, if you're going to do this, is make sure you go to Security CEO and retire. Because if you are currently a CEO or a motorcycle club president, you can be raided. You will get all those issues with raids. Right now, we're not registered as anything, so we can just sit back, relax, and do other things. All right, guys, and welcome back. As you can see, our supplies have completely gone through. That is just one resupply of supplies, and you can see that's done about a fifth. And that's taken us about 2 hours, I want to say, 2.5 hours for that to go through. So it does take you a long time if you wanted to fill this thing all the way full. And you may be thinking, 210,000 for 2.5 hours worth of work. That's not a lot of money. Well, we're going to be selling this in a public lobby to make even more money. And this is passive. All you need to do is supply it, go and do other things. I've actually been recording another video in between these, so it works out perfect for me. You can go and do a Cayo Perico heist. You can do whatever you want because it just does this passively in the background, and then come here and then you can sell it. So anyway, let's talk about how to sell this and the best way to do it. So first and foremost is choosing in a lobby. I'm always doing these in public lobbies. I know a lot of people think this is risky, but for me, there is certain things you can do to minimize that risk. So you can see, first and foremost, there's 9 people in this lobby. That's not good enough. We want to make sure there's some more people in here just so we can get the full on-demand bonus. Let's go ahead and skip to another lobby. All right, so now you can see there's 21 people, now 22. This is going to go up, so I'm kind of happy with this lobby. So what I'm going to do right now is go to online, go to players. Now, this is where you can see if it's worth doing it in this lobby, especially if you have like something that you're selling for like 2 million, 3 million, like a special cargo warehouse or a hangar or even the bunker, but full. So you can see right here, what I'm looking at is their mental state, right? You can see it down here, mental state. It's normal. Now let's go to the next one, normal. This one's a little bit, but nothing to worry about. Let's just keep scrolling down here. All of them seem pretty decent to me. And yeah, they're all good. They're all good. Another thing to look out for is modders, right? So you'll typically see people that are level 1,000, 2,000, 8,000, things like that. You can see pretty much everyone in here seems like it's a pretty reasonable level. Nothing really stands out to me, but it doesn't matter anyway. The mental states are all good. So for me, I feel confident selling in this lobby. I see there's people leaving though. It's okay. We still have 23 people. It's probably still going to go up. So this is what I would do this week, right? You sell after 1 resupply. Now you can fill it all the way up, but you're going to be at risk of selling, having multiple sale vehicles and then having to either restart it to get better luck, better sell mission, or trying to sell these in a public lobby with multiple vehicles. By doing it solo is going to be very difficult. Anyway, I need to register as a boss here. And right now it looks like everyone is already registered. So I'm just going to wait here for a second until I can register. There is less and less people in here though. So if it does continue to go down, I'll just switch lobby. But for now, I'm just going to sit here and see if I can register as a boss. All right. And we are now the CEO. Didn't take too long. The fastest way to register, by the way, is just make sure you're standing next to your CEO seat, right? Because as you stand there, all you have to do is press register, right? You don't need to go into the menu to do it. So just keep spamming whatever button it is. On console, it's right on the D-pad. Anyway, let's go ahead and start this thing up. So I'm hoping that we get enough people in here to get a good bonus. I hope it didn't go down at all. But anyway, let's go to sell stock. So you can see right here, selling to Los Santos is 441,000. Now with a bonus, I'll tell you what this could be and what it is, just in case we don't have enough people in here. But anyway, let's go ahead and click sell. I'm going to put my headset on just so I can hear what's going on here. So sell to Los Santos. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Like I say, it seemed like it was a pretty decent lobby, so I'm not too worried about it. And as you can see, we've just got 1 sell vehicle. Now, I would have preferred 1 sell vehicle. There was like a truck or something, but you know what? I can do this. Okay, so let's go ahead, enter the delivery vehicle. It's going to show us the locations right here. First thing I'm going to do is mark the one that I want to go to first, and then we're just going to head straight on over. So let's skip ahead here a little bit until we get to that spot. Now, we're going to get a feel for this, but you can always just go into Ghost Dog as well, which we may end up doing since we are CEO. But you can see our global signal is about to go out. There we go. We are now visible. If you do Ghost Dog, obviously, that's going to give you, I think it's 3 minutes. Well, this truck, for being a monster truck, is god-awful. I'm pretty sure if I drove a scooter around off-road, it would be better than this monster truck. Just saying. I feel like the game's trying to tell me something with that prompt up there in the top. Anyway, we're coming up to our first one here. They're all fairly close to each other. Let's go ahead and drop it. Did it drop? Sure bloody did. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go to CEO abilities. And then we'll do Ghost Dog. I know it's 12 grand, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, here come the bloody annoying guys. We could get out and shoot them with a railgun, but we'll see how this goes. You know what I mean? Okay, drop the weapons. Did we do it? There we go. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to go for this one right over here. Actually, let's look at our map. Which one's closer? You know what? We'll go high first. We'll go up here to the left or the right side first, and then we'll make our way down. All right, so here's the next one. Drop. There we go. And 2 more left. And again, we're just going to ignore the helicopters. Don't sweat it too much. The helicopters aren't really going to do too much damage to you. I felt like we just got a boost there. I wasn't even driving that fast. This thing absolutely flew straight over that. All right, there we go. Just 1 more left, and we'll drive along this ridge here because I can see where it is on my map right there, or right in front of me, I should say. So I don't know how many people we have in the lobby. It looks like it has gone down a little bit, but it's okay. I've done this before. I know how much this is going to cost us. There we go. The final piece to the puzzle. So we could have done that whole thing in Ghost Dog. We did end up doing it after our first drop. So, you know, but it was super simple. Like I say, if you make sure the mental state isn't that crazy, you should be good to go. All right, $617,000, right? That is not bad at all. Let's go ahead and jump straight back over to our bunker real quick. All right, so 662,000 is what you would get with a full lobby. We got like 620,000 because a few people must have left. It may not have been full enough. So $662,000. Now, that was one sale vehicle that literally took us less than 5 minutes. Now, if you're thinking, well, what if I want to fill the entire thing up and then sell it? Well, if you do that, you will get $3.3 million during this this 2 times pay that is going on currently. As you can see by this footage here in the background, I did this not too long ago, a couple months ago, when this was 2 times pay as well. And we did have a few people leave the lobby, but if they weren't, it would have been around $3.3 million with a full lobby in there. So anyway, just over $662,000 what you'll get for one resupply. And keep in mind, this is passive. So I would definitely do that this week. I wouldn't fill it all the way up because you're going to get the same amount of money, but you're going to get much bigger sell missions in the sense of you'll probably get 5 of them, or even if you get the best one, which is 2, it's still going to be a big risk, right, for that amount of money. Whereas this, it's small risk, but you're still going to get paid the same. Because if we did 5 of these, that's still going to be $3.3 million. So that is what I would recommend anyway for you guys this week. Just do one resupply, go do the Cayo Perico heist, go do whatever you want, any other businesses. Just make sure to return to this, and when it's full or when your supplies are empty, go ahead and reorder the supplies and then just do the sell mission. By the time you get back, you'll have full resupply and then you can just continue doing it. So anyway, that's my advice for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other suggestions that I may have missed, leave them in the comments section down below so other people can go there and see if there's any other advice for them. Or you can let me know. So when I do another video like this in the future, I'll have that information as well. But anyway, I hope you're having a great start to your weekend, and I'll see you guys as always tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.